Tonight is March 8th, and this is session 12 of the second adventure of our D&D campaign, Dungeons & Drogans. During our last session, the Drogans were forced into a second battle before they had an opportunity to rest. 4 duergar soldiers held the line for a duergar mage, but Sorrow managed to slip by and keep the mage distracted. Winter opened the battle with twin critical hits, dealing tremendous damage. Rekt weakened the enemies, allowing Nima to assault the front line, dealing massive damage and taking massive damage, but Coltane kept her alive with clever combat maneuvering. After a difficult battle, the Drogans emerged victorious, without suffering any casualties, and with enough hit points left to spare that Rekt and Sorrow got into a fight that actually drew blood. Once the feud was settled, the Drogans barricaded themselves within the elaborate bedchamber in order to take a well-deserved rest. Now, before we dive into the session, I'd just like to ask our viewers once again to let us know immediately if any issues come up with the stream so that we can resolve them. Thanks. So folks, ready to do this? Ready to take that extended rest?
I don't know, man. Kinda nervous.
Yeah, me too. Despite the pile of corpses.
But for the sake of getting on with things, yes, absolutely.
Let's do it!
Alright, so you just barricaded yourselves within this room with the corpses of the fallen. Those mega duergar who grew to 8 times their size, by the square cube law, of course, barricading the door with their massive corpses. Blood everywhere. Not a very pleasant room to rest in. But I won't question your choices.
Well, Sorrow and I are sharing a bed, so we're alright.
As alright as you can be when sharing a bed with Sorrow.
It's alright. I'm probably so tired it doesn't matter.
Are you guys all connected to Map Tool? Looks like Dave disconnected.
I'm there.
I'm there.
My computer had a brain fart. And by a brain fart, I mean it just crashed.
Well, I doubt that, given you're still talking to us, but...
Well, that's because I just restarted.
Oh, you've been gone. I didn't notice. Alright, well, John's not going to be here tonight. He's not feeling well, so who would like to control Sorrow?
If I control Sorrow, can I make Rekt beat the crap out of her?
And not unless she fights back.
I'll make her throw fireballs at Coltane.
That does sound like Sorrow.
This sucks.
So Dave, are you volunteering?
No, I don't want to be responsible for his character's death.
Very well.
I'll do it then.
As I expected. Alright, thanks Nick.
Well, I can do it if you want. All you gotta do is, like, run in first and cast fireballs and ice wands and...
Take all the hits, yeah? Alright, so you folks are within the room, finally taking a rest. You've already taken your short rest, so you've at least had some kind of breather at this point. But now you're hoping for 6 uninterrupted hours.
Oh no. Oh no.
Massimo is sitting at the table, staring at the door, clacking his claws against the wooden table. And after about an hour, you can hear footsteps outside the door.
Nima's probably passed out still.
By you, you mean who? Because some of us are probably sleeping, right?
Whoever would be awake then.
Probably Massimo.
Could be Winter.
Well, are you guys really sleeping, or are you just taking a an extended rest? Extended rest doesn't necessarily mean you're asleep, right? I mean, what time is it now? It's probably afternoon? Late afternoon, maybe?
Siesta then. Very long siesta.
I mean, that's fine. If you guys want to be asleep, I'm cool with that.
Makes it easier for the enemies. Okay, so we're not sleeping.
Are you eating?
I had a piece of chocolate.
Oh, okay.
Dice are like a box of chocolate. Alright, so the footsteps then turn into the turning of the door handle. You can see the door trying to be open, but your huge pile of corpses is causing some resistance.
Maybe we should add resistance. Just in case.
Can Nima equip her bow?
You are welcome to equip your bow, yes.
Coltane stops leaning on the wall and moves a step closer to the door. He's ready to poke his halberd through like if the door opens a crack and stab somebody in the hand or something.
Well, you got a mighty pile of corpses in the way.
Well, if they get knocked over or something. He's just standing at the ready.
Yeah, Winter's gonna stand at the edge, but at the ready.
Massimo also rises to his feet.
Rect is going to this, like, close to where Winter is.
Sorrow probably goes right at the front line.
The turning of the door handle becomes more, not frantic, but they're clearly trying harder and trying to force the door open, and then the voice of what you presume to be a female duergar, although it's kind of hard to tell with their voices, but sounds slightly more effeminate than the usual duergar voice.
Someone should yell,
Could
say,
you-
we're busy.
Could you demonstrate the difference between a duergar voice and a slightly more effeminate?
I'll try. So, I suppose a male duergar voice would be saying, "What's going on in there?" Whereas what you're hearing is, "What's going on in there?" It's subtle.
Sounds-
Alright,
Anyone-
yeah.
Sorry, anyone remember the boss dude's name?
I remember hearing people talking to each other called Durkle and Mash.
Maybe Nima would yell out, "I'm taking care of so-and-so, if you know what I mean. Come back later, like in 5 hours."
God.
I don't think that's gonna fool them. We should
it worth
stay
a shot?
silent.
Silence is golden.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Alright.
Winter's down with silence.
Can we prepare next?
Hello? It's Subrat.
Maybe we could add our own weight to the pile of corpses.
Well, that's just delaying the inevitable.
It is.
Alright, the voice calls out again. Also, sorry for the pause. I realized my TeamSpeak was still on, so streamers just heard someone call out for someone. I muted that now. So, the voice calls out again. Open this door immediately!
Coltane motions at everyone to like stay silent by putting a finger to his lips. Did Nima just disappear?
Did Nima just walked out of the wall?
Yeah, she ran away.
I'm not seeing anything. I think Map Tools is frozen.
You can see Nima again, right? She accidentally walked through this wall and back into the, back to the Minotaur crypt. The voice calls out again. I can see the blood under the door! What's going on in there?
I'm taking care of the dude.
Oh god!
Does Nima say that?
No.
You can hear footsteps receding.
They're gonna charge.
Maybe, can you set fire, like just a fire burning there, so people have to go through the fire to get into the room?
So you
Or
wanna...
we have to go through the fire to get out of the room, and then we choke to death when we run out of air.
How long does
And
the
the
fire
smell of
last?
burning corpses.
Hey, I like the smell of burning corpses. Smells like
Victory.
victory.
Smells like asphyxiation. Right, so as the footsteps recede, they seem to be going westward. You then hear a shriek. And then footsteps running back toward the door and then northward.
Oh dear.
Shrieks are good, right?
They must have found the other bodies.
Yes, they must have found the wake of destruction you've left.
Well, maybe we should get out before they get reinforcements from somewhere other than the northwards room. Or we can just fight here, but I don't know.
Well, we're all down to like minimal surges, and most of us are not even fully healed. So I would not recommend fighting.
I don't think we have a choice. There's no way it's going to take 6 hours for them to get in this room.
We might as well try to leave.
Alright, I guess we try to leave then.
And
We'll run out of here.
like just run away?
Call it a tactical withdrawal.
We can go back to the other fortress and bar the bridge.
We could hide in Labyrinth?
We don't know what's in there.
So as you guys are debating this, whether you're debating this internally or not, you then hear ponderous footsteps slowly approaching the door.
Ponderous?
I wonder if those are footsteps.
Maybe it's time to add our weight to the corpses then.
There's
I'm
no
so
real
dead.
point in just jumping on the corpses.
Yeah, I really... Like, there's plenty of corpses.
I want to ready an attack.
I think we either try and talk our way out, or we fight our way out. And I don't know a good way to talk our way out.
Someone with high charisma, maybe, through the door. Coltane could say he's taking care of the boss.
Let's just wait for them to either break down the door or give up, and then we can either fight our way out or run away.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Let's just not make any noise.
Okay.
The footsteps stop before the door. There's a pause and then 3 slow knocks.
Here it comes.
Met by silence.
The doorknob slowly creaks as it's turning. Weight is applied to the door, immediately met with the resistance of the pile of corpses.
We could try to play dead. I don't think that's a good idea, though.
A voice growls, "Who is in my room?"
Goldilocks.
Uh-oh.
Wall of silence.
So you think to challenge the Grimmerzhul? It's your last mistake, fools! I think I'll sell the lot of you to mind flayers and count my gold while they feast on your brains.
Cricket, cricket, cricket.
A loud thud strikes against the door, and one of the vertical boards snaps inward.
Ah, crap. Alright. We'll all have to fight, I guess.
Oh dear. Can we shoot through the whatever hole might be made?
No hole yet, but when there is a hole you will be able to shoot through it.
Excellent. So will he, probably.
Oh, it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. After a pause, the door is struck again. It's met with creaking and cracking. Some splinters fly through the air.